Chris just got here as well. Chelsea, Kaylin. Oh, you know what? I knew I wasn't ready. Hold on. Let me do this. I am so discombobulated. My shit's everywhere. I hate not being organized. Hold on. Let me put this light on so my lighting is better. Because, honey, it's a mess. Okay? I got baby glasses. I got candies, a hair tie. I was looking everywhere for that. Couldn't find that. Oh, this is important. Don't know where the rest of these glasses are. Well, shit, that's important. I do need the clip to my light, though. Found it. Listen, we're in a roll, okay? Let me just turn this on. Thank you, Shelly. Beautiful and tropical. Had to go with the tropical route. Only twice. Only twice are we doing tropical. This, today, and the luau. There we go. Now I can see a little bit better. Okay. Let me turn it down, though. The fuck is going on here? Wrong way. Hold on. Sorry. Typically, I figure all this shit out before I come on. Good enough. It's going to have to work. My eyes feel like they're not sunburnt. You know, from all the sun. Anyways, hello, Queen Dobby, Chris, hello. I just came on right now. I'm still doing niceties and saying hello before I start talking my shiz. Because I'm going to talk it today. Because people have been in my comments. And I'm feeling a little spicy tonight anyways. Okay? I did, love. Feeling a little spicy, okay? And we've had the yappers yapping in the comments. And so... I'm here. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be like Angie After Dark. I grasp it. It's not after, well, it's dark, but like not after dark, not late. Where I am, but where y'all are, it is. So to me, that counts. Sassy, spicy Angie coming out. Yeah, because for some reason, yes, he was rearrested. And we'll go into it once everybody gets here. I know it's late, so it won't be everyone. But if you guys want to share it out. I missed y'all too. It is 7:45 here. Yeah, I'm finding out that a lot of this shit has to do with my... listen, some yahoos, let me be nice. Some people on this app will find a reason for me to be the issue. It's not going to be this. Okay? Yeah, you know, Nicole, remember, if you guys remember correctly, everyone's like, oh my God, he's going to get burglaries too. If you guys remember my live the last 2 nights, Alexis, remember I told you guys, did I not say he's going to get a burglary charge? He's in properties he's not supposed to be in. It is very likely that he is going to have charges added to him, including burglary. Yeah, he's going to get a bunch more charges added to him, for sure. You play in a judge's face, they're going to slap you with it, right? I'm not on that side of TikTok. I don't see anyone say anything. But, well, that's a good side to not be on. I'm not over there a lot either, but there has been a lot more in my comments lately. Like, oh, I bet you're way too excited. Oh, I bet you're happy that a black man is put in jail, blah, 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 blah. What? No, I'm not. In this situation, I am. You know why I am? Because he was not going to get the help that he needed. And if he did not get picked up and he did not get arrested, hey, Kathy, then who knows how this was going to turn out. I have no stake in this game at all. I don't know how I somehow was on the campaign for Memphis to be taken down. I don't know. But nonetheless, here we are. Exactly, little white girl. He is exactly where he needed, and she should have stayed. Miranda, I will let you go in the comments and say that. I will make sure it does not get blocked. You can tell them all. Tell them all. The other one, too, they're trying to take down is Coco. And we'll go into that as well. People think because I side with, I guess, in a sense. Coco, you guys, I don't side with anybody on any of this. I get asked questions and I come on and I speak facts. That's it. I speak facts only based off of the information I have either through the court system or that they have both put out on court or out onto the interwebs, right? And we know what we see from influencers. We have to take about 50%. No, I'm just getting started, Rita. So, and I do want to dive into the whole thing on why I think she bailed him out, all of that good stuff. He was arrested. He was rearrested. Okay. Well, first off, before we dive in, hold on. We got to talk about today. Who was on the excursion today? Has anyone heard from Sarah? Is Sarah okay? Tomorrow's excursion will not be a boat ride. We were on another boat today. Yes! We were on another boat today. And once again, me and my granddaughter were front and center. I took y'all with us. It was loud. It was windy. Hey, Alina. But it was beautiful. It was nice. So, Miranda was in there. It was, it was so sunny. I didn't have my reading glasses on, so I couldn't see much. I would try to go back and forth, but it got to a point where I was like, shit, I'm about to lose my phone. Okay, so Lola, this is how this works. I call this my white girl tan. See, I turn nice and red day one, and tomorrow this will be brown. I turn like lobster. People always think it's a burn. Burns hurt, and mine don't. Like, you can, so it doesn't hurt at all. My skin turns red the first sun, and then it'll turn yeah, I just think it's just a white person thing. I don't know. That's what I do, but I don't burn. Yeah, the one thing that I have noticed, like, my forehead doesn't feel like it's burnt, but I can tell like it's itchy right here, so I don't have bugs or the coot. Did you guys hear that? It sounded like somebody's on my balcony. Let me go lock it because I have a story to tell you guys. Hold on. What the hell? No visitors wanted or needed. Unless you're 6'5" and just kidding. That's why the door was open a little bit. That's why. Okay, so crazy story that happened. I had to do it for you guys. Yeah. It's been great. Exactly, Megan. That's just what we do. Yes, Memphis has been arrested. I just got on. It's only been a few minutes. It just is late for you guys because it's early for me. It's 7. It's almost 8 o'clock here for me. So that is why. Yes. All right. Well, let's dive in. I'll tell you guys my crazy story about how I almost got napped the other day. We almost had a Brianna Olsen situation. I almost got Angie napped the other day. Now, the almost getting napped, they would bring my ass back so fast. They would come back, knock on the door. My bad. My bad. Here you go. I apologize. Listen, we didn't realize what we were getting ourselves into. Can you take her back? I apologize. Do you need some money? And reverse what's that, ransom note? Here's some money. Here's your mom back. My bad. Just please didn't. My kids were like, but no, you took her. She's yours. We don't want her back. How much money do you need to keep her? And I'm just going to be sitting there. Someone going to take me? And the guy would be like, nah, this is not what I signed up for, okay? Anyways. Yeah, legit, I was actually low-key scared. Right, no return policy. Like, that's exactly what my kids would have said. They would have slammed the door and said, no return policy, and shut the door. So since we're talking about, let me explain really fast. We're on different floors. There's 3 different rooms, all different floors. But we're all in the same number, just different floors, okay? So I get into an elevator, and there's a man in there. And he's wearing, I don't know what he's wearing, but he has something embroidered on his shirt. Okay. In my mind, I'm thinking he works there because of what he was wearing, or works here. So I go and I get in the lobby and he's like, well, what floor? And I tell him what floor. And we had just switched rooms. This is an important key to the detail. We had just switched rooms. Okay. I'll explain in 1 second, Sadie. We're going to dive right into this as soon as I'm with this. So, he says he's on floor 15. I remember, he's on floor 15. I explained what floor I am. I walk off and I go one way and out loud, because sometimes I think out loud, like I speak out loud. I don't say it loud, but I say it in my breath. I'm just going to say it. I'm like, oh, 1, 2, 3, right? My room number. And I start walking that way. Thank God it's only 2 doors down. So I do a light tap and I look over and there's the man. He's come off the elevator and he's walking down this way. Well, nobody answers my daughter's door. So I knock louder. Thank God it was my son-in-law who answered the door, who's a big guy. He's a big guy, right? And so right when he opens the door, I instantly just barge in and shut. He's like, well, goddamn. And he's like, are you okay? And I explained to him what happened. Well, he goes out there. I'm like, get your ass back in. Don't go out there. Like, it was the craziest shit that happened. Never seen the guy again. So, anyways, had I been napped, they would have brought me right back. So I would have still made it on time for live. Have no fear. If my kids would have accepted me. So, yeah, I know. When I was telling my kids, they're like, Mom, you got to think about that. To be honest, act's kind of common in Hawaii. Wait, what do you mean? Lillian, to be honest, act's kind of common in Hawaii. Oh, that's kind of common. I was like, wait, what kind of acts is common? Oh, no, God, don't tell me that now. I'm in my room now. Elizabeth, hello, love. Hey, people are garbage. Like I said, if they would have napped me, they would have run right back. Okay, nobody wants to hear about my story. Let's dive into Memphis. Yeah, crazy. I had no idea it was crazy. Okay, let's dive into Memphis. Now, I have been following the story since the beginning. It is 7:55 here. Lillian, that is exactly what I've heard. I should message you. Okay. Now, I have been following this from the very beginning. Okay. If you don't know and you're a new follower here or just new watcher, make sure you follow along. The reason why I've been following this is I've been a social worker for 30 years. The last 10 years, I work in youth and young adult justice, involved social work. This is the type of work that I do on a regular daily basis. This is the shit that my clients would do and play out. So I know exactly what is going on and what's happening. Okay. Well, not exactly. Every situation is different and he's in a different state. Okay. So he got bailed out. He had very strict bond restrictions. I've said from the beginning, I'll say it again. I was extremely shocked the judge let him out on that low of bail because he was not respectful to the court at all. He was twisting around. He wasn't paying any attention. I know Coco had said people were talking behind you. I don't care if God himself was behind you talking. The judge is speaking. You're in court. Your eyes better be front and center because that person right there in front of you holds your future in their hand. Okay? Just a piece of advice. I used to kick my clients under the table if they started doing some crazy shit. Focus and pay attention. Not only that, you really want to be listening to what exactly is being said so you can either rebut it or make sure that you understand so you don't fuck up when you get out. But see, the difference is Memphis doesn't care. He wasn't going to follow any rules anyways because Memphis truly feels like he is God, that there is no one that can tell him anything that he can do and cannot do. Instantaneously, as soon as he got out, he posted videos on social media. Instantaneously, he should have been taken right back in. Okay? But that's not how that works. That doesn't go through the police. That doesn't go through the court. That goes back through probation. So it had to go through as a probation violation. I also told you guys, You will be shocked that probation officers, so just in case you're ever in a situation, don't go to the probation officer and be like, oh, yeah, listen, I am Instagram, IG famous or whatever, and give them your stuff. They're already going to search for you. But if you make it easy for them, they're going to make an account, or they already have an account. They're going to become friends with you. They may become your top gifter, may become a mod. They are going to know absolutely every single thing that you do. Work smarter, not harder. They're going to know what you're doing. They know what you're up to. And you're giving them all the proof that they need for your case. Okay? So, Memphis had court today. I knew last night he was going to be arrested today. Hi, Nikki. Because last night, he went on, I don't have my iPad again. I left it for the baby. But anyways, he went on and said, I got court tomorrow. Here's my court. Here's my Zoom link. Do you like being in jail, Sir Memphis? Because, again, now you're pissing off the judge again. You done pissed the judge off again. You are now going to fuck up his entire day because you just blasted out to thousands of people your court date and your Zoom link and password. You must like being in there. Dumb. Anyhow, he went live yesterday. Well, he was, so he went live yesterday, was doing that, and he's like, I got court tomorrow. Here's my Zoom link. Here's the password. But I'm like, he's going to jail. His ass going to jail. He going to jail. We just did yesterday. Y'all were in here. Y'all my people. Y'all, leftover lasagna, hi love. Y'all were here. We just did a thing yesterday. Do you guys think he'll get picked up before my vacation ends or when I get back? Y'all voted before it didn't even make it 24 hours. He got picked up within 24 hours of our poll. Again, not anything I'm happy about. I don't like to see anybody in jail, absolutely anybody. But the power was turned off. He no longer had power at the house he was staying at. He has no other place to go. He has no money, according to Coco. And so he did not go to his court date, got scared again, went on the run. Okay. We don't do that. We're big people here. Oh, is it tomorrow? Is today Wednesday or tomorrow's Wednesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday. My bad. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Power's off tomorrow. My bad. I'm on vacation mode. Okay. My days are messed up. What was the mouthing? What did I just say? Oh, about being on the run. That's a bitch move, I believe. Gen X, right? We stand up for what it is we do. We take responsibility for actions. We have beef with each other. We don't do it keyboard warrior style. But anyways, so he went on the run again, and apparently he went and jumped into other people's yards, into their house, into their dwelling, into their closed off patio, kind of like where Ashley's daughters sleep. Yes, lawyer will definitely for sure have it. Yeah, that's the thing that got me, is the whole time he's running. You have a GPS monitor on, you dum-dum. Like, what are you doing? The dogs are behind him. This is going to be an easy catch, buddy. You can let me off my leash. I got it. He's got GPS. You hear the people over there like, oh, he's behind it. Yeah, just go. Let's go. He's under a black Chevy car. He's now in the house. Because they have he didn't cut off his tracking device. At least, listen, Memphis. Now, this is not advice for the normal person, Memphis. But if you're going to go on the run, cut the shit off before you go on the run. Like, cut it off before you go. It'll give you a little bit of a chance, give you a little head start. Like, you really make the judge easy for them, or their job, sorry. Probation. The only person that you just made the job difficult for was your own attorney. The prosecuting attorney's office, easy work. Detectives, easy work. Probation, easy work. The police department, easy work. It is your own judge that's sitting there like pulling what hair he has out right now. When they came to the door, he panicked and ran. Yeah, like I said, to me, a bitch move. We were raised differently. So, I don't know. Anyways, now people are saying that he got bit by a dog. I know I heard Coco ask, did he get bit? I didn't hear an answer. I don't know if anybody knew. I really don't know if he did or not. Yeah, Nikki, we're about to go into that because she is getting a lot of hate as well as me. I don't care. Hate me all you want to. I don't care. But we're going to go into that. Lawyer said he did get bit. Tasha, I love this. Dog bite, no bad, no bond, all bad. Absolutely, all bad. But you guys, this is exactly where he needs to be for canine contact. I mean, it's only been, what, a few days. It was the 14th we left. We flew in here. We're stuck at the airport. That was the day that he got it. I've only done 2 excursions, and he's had a SWAT team, an 8-hour standoff, spent some time in jail, got out, violated his bond, and got re-picked up with it almost like another kind of standoff chase, helicopters, and K9. I'm in Hawaii on vacation. I'm the one that should be having all the excitement and fun, but shit, Memphis is taking the cake, okay? Sad part is no felony, so what? There may not be a felony yet. There could be some coming. Yeah, typically, you guys will notice when people get arrested, they will have some charges on there, and then some will get added later, and some will get taken off, or some will be bumped up from one, like, for instance, just example. They could do a trespassing because he was in somebody's yard, right? So they'll get him for trespassing, misdemeanor. Then they see the video footage, the security cam footage, and see that he actually entered into the dwelling, right? Entered into the garage, entered into an enclosed space, whether it be the porch or the house. That trespassing now gets bumped up to a burglary charge. So we won't know for another day or two until what all his charges are going to be. But he's also going to have the violation of his court order, breaking probation. He's going to have a lot more charges. He may not be booked in just... No, I feel like somebody sent me the picture. Larry said burglary because he went into people. Yep. Yeah. Could Coco bond him out again? Yes. Will she? Probably not. Okay, let's dive into that. Let's dive into the whole Coco thing. For some people, or for some reason, people think that Coco and I are like besties. And I just agree with her, and I support every decision she does, and I kiss her ass. Now, probably if there was an ass to kiss, might be Coco's. Focus. Anywho, you guys, I don't know these people. I don't know Coco or Memphis. I don't know 2K or Bree. I don't know any of these people. Okay? I know what they put out and what the court docs say. I make my decisions or make my commentary based off of my experience personally and professionally and what they say. The reason why I think, okay, let's back it up a bit. Coco was young when her and Richard started dating. I grasp now it's been a long time. She's mature now, whatnot. Remember, she was 17 years old. At that time, he was a fairly famous rapper. I don't know why they're still using famous rapper because he's not, right? He was a one-hit wonder. His career has failed. No excuses for what? What do we know? What do we know excuses? Who's giving excuses, first of all? But there is a trauma bond there, okay? And she said something to me that really, really, really stood out as to why there was a fear for her. and especially to a mother who is, most mothers, I can't say any mothers, before I came on TikTok, I would have said any mom, that is really going to affect them. And it was the fact that he said that he is going to be able to get custody of the child because she was Baker acted. That is a legitimate fear for her to have. Now, obviously, us, right? We're sitting here in a different situation. Like, there's no way in hell any judge is going to give them this. But let's not forget everything she's been through in the last 3 or 4 days, or however long it was going on. She's still trying to figure out where she's going to go. She's trying to figure out how to not get an eviction on her record because of him, trying to find a place, trying to get her shit out of the place, all of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? And I can completely see him saying, you know what, if you don't bail me out, I'm going to get custody of the child. You don't forget, you're Baker acted. We're on equal playing fields. Right? And I'm sure he would say some other stuff I'm not going to say. So I could see why she potentially would have bailed him out of fear. Do I think that was the right decision? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The other thing, too, is that he probably said, I can't get treatment in here. I need to get out so I can get to treatment. So, no, I don't think it was the best thing for her to do. However, I think she did the right thing by revoking his bond. Now, exactly, he's just trying to control the situation. I could tell when she was talking to the lawyer, I saw the clip, that she was concerned. Was he arrested because I revoked his bond, or because of him missing court and getting picked up? And it was because he had missed court and got picked up. You guys, I don't know anything about either one of their families. Nothing. So she didn't. Jasmine, hi, love. Yeah. She said she was, I didn't know anything about it. She said she was Baker acted 2.5 years ago. So when she said that yesterday, day before, she said that, everything to me made so much more sense. A lot of her actions, all the sudden, oh, well, okay, let me explain what Baker Act is. All of a sudden, a lot of her decisions, yes, I'm so annoying, all of her decisions made more sense to me. Baker acted is basically, some states call it a 5150 hold, some call it Marshman Act, Baker Act, whatever. Anyways, it's basically when you're involuntarily committed because you potentially are a danger to yourself or to others, or you're not able to care for yourself properly, etc. That's what it was. And so she had a hold on that 2.5 years ago. So she's terrified, and he kept throwing that in her face. She said that he was going to use that against her to get the daughter. I'm like, okay, well, that was in my mind, because I don't talk to them, right? That was 2.5 years ago. Look what he's doing now. There's no way in hell, no judge in this world is giving that man custody of that child. I called it 5150. I've done it. Yeah, out here it's called 5152. You guys, I have no idea anything about her Baker Act. I know nothing about why it happened or who did it. I don't know. She just mentioned it on a live the other day. I knew nothing about it. These were not people I followed before. Baker Act is 72-hour hold, mental health evaluation for it. Yes. He also said online too. We all have a passcode. Go today is to amen. And she did a great job today by going and revoking his bond. So he now, and remember we talked about this yesterday. I said, you guys, his bond is going to be revoked. He's going to be remanded. Crippy something. Girl, I needed him today. Anyways, I said he's going to be revoked and remanded, right? Which means his probation's going to be taken away. He'll be remanded in custody, put into custody. The question is it going to be held no bond till trial? Or will they just up? Wait, what instant court order? Oh, no, I did. Yes, I was like, wait, what? Yes, I did. I did. That's crazy. Need the badge. Is it too late to turn my information? No, honey, come along. We still got time, okay? You've missed the 2 boat rides. Those got a little crazy. No, he won't be out before court. Yeah, I didn't figure so. Oh, let's go into the, okay, so listen. And yeah, let's talk about Instacart real fast. Then I'm going to take a quick break, go use the bathroom, turn the AC back on, and then we'll get back into it. So Coco went back over. She only has until Wednesday to get the... Oh, yeah, people live here. I was like, who the hell has their dog here? Forgot. I'm on vacation, but other people live here. Anyways, she's going through this Instacart order. She sees this bag. She's like, what the fuck is this? There was like tongue wipers in there. I can't remember what was in there, but there was some Vagisil in there. What is that? I hear the weirdest noises. Vagisil. Oh, yeah, anti-diarrhea medication. I'm assuming maybe that from being rug sick. I don't know. Oh, and the wipes. Yep, the boogie wipes, the Vagisil, the anti-diarrhea medication, and the tongue wipes. What a weird... Can you imagine being an Instacart driver and that's the order that you get? You gotta be thinking in your back of your mind, what kind of night do they got planned? I got some boogie wipes, some Vagisil, a tongue scraper, and anti-diarrhea medication. What the hell are these mofos gonna... You know what? I don't even want to think about it. But I kind of do, because what are the Vagisil and the anti-diarrhea... Why the tongue scraper? You got anti-diarrhea and a tongue scraper. What are you gonna have to... You ain't gonna be scraping diarrhea off your tongue. Or is it gonna be the Vagisil, the cottage cheese? What are you scraping off your tongue? Who orders this? This is such an odd order. So anyways, who knows? Okay. Who knows? Who knows? I just can't even imagine. This is why I could not be a DoorDasher or an Instacart person, because that's the shit that I would be thinking. What the hell you need this for? That is very weird. That is really odd. You can get yeast infection on your tongue. You can. You can do it. Do we have trolls? You know what? We love it when we have trolls, especially when I'm feeling spicy. I know. See, that's my problem. I haven't learned that yet, to not question things, because I would really be like, this is a weird... That would be almost like an instant, okay, yep, I'm going to take that order. And then be like, what? Did I take that order? What are they going to do? And then see the name on and be like, oh, shit. It's screwed. I'm done. Oh, my God. No, Amy. We do not need a story time from Memphis. Somebody else can give it. Can you imagine? Matter of fact, I'm going to role play for y'all. I'm going to role play for you. But give me a minute. I'm going to go use the restroom and turn the AC on. I'm going to role play exactly how Memphis would... I can't believe I'm even going to do this to myself. Oh, God. All right, give me a minute. Hold on. Damn it, man. The AC is on. Why is it hot in here? Hold on. Let me turn it down. 64 degrees. Oh, no. You gotta work a little harder. Okay. Are you guys ready? Thank you. I only bought 2 Hawaiian things. And this, my dress, I went down a size, so it's better. And my bands were all too big, but that's okay. No, wait, tell me, Allie, so I can add that into my story time, because I'm about to play out a role. I love that. I love Coco and Spike by Q. Copper wire in a wrap? Wait, what is that? I've never, like, just regular old copper wire? That's some broke crackhead shit, right? I thought people stole that stuff for heads or to be just. I thought people stole that stuff for like to turn it in. What the? Anyways, okay, here we go. To have opened that box. I don't believe anything. I believe nothing Santos says. Absolutely nothing. If he does, great for him. Find a way to make some money. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, do you hear them? They're here. Listen, I'm Jesus Christ himself. I swear to God. Oh, they're coming for me. Do you guys hear the cops? They've surrounded the place. They've surrounded it. Oh my God. You guys, what are we gonna do? What the fuck was that? The AC. Okay. Listen, you guys. You guys, listen. The fuck, they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. I'm Jesus Christ, it's okay. They can't do anything. I'm fucking God. I can walk on water. I swear to God. Now listen, I just put in an order for Instacart. I have to find a way to self-maintain. I ordered some Vagisil. That way I can grow my own yeast. With the yeast, I can make bread, grain, everything. I won't need anything. I'll live off the land. That's why I'm not even wearing my shoes. You understand? The tongue scrapers, that's because the shit builds up on my tongue. I'll scrape the shit off and I'll bury that too. They're getting closer. They've called in for backup. You guys, listen here. Now, let me tell you something. If you guys just go outside, go to the nearest thing, find some wire. It should be copper. If it's not, spray paint the shit. Just put it in. Okay? Now, listen. I've learned and I've got another trick. Okay, please, you're gone. I can talk a little bit about it. Listen. Now, if you like to play in the snow, when it crystallizes, if you leave a little bit on the outside, I learned this. I'm sorry, my daughter-in-law commented, totally brought me out of character. I will. Listen, okay, so if you play in the snow, you know, like Santos and bring them. Listen, if it crystallizes, you take the boogie wipes and you scrape it off, and then you put it in the. Okay, so it's like a 2-for-1 deal. You gotta be resourceful. I am Jesus Christ. You gotta be resourceful. Okay, you can't let that shit just go to waste. You don't just let it sit on the edge of your nose. You be resourceful. You just let it sit there and crystallize, and then you. Okay, listen. I know. Now, I think they might be coming back to get me. Listen, you tell Coco. Just kidding. I'm not putting Coco into it. Anyways, that's completely what I see. Did I hear? Oh, no. I forgot the diarrhea stuff. Oh, my God. The anti-diarrhea stuff. What the fuck would cause that? Oh, the anti-diarrhea stuff is for when I'm rug sick while I'm waiting for the other shit to grow, I think. The wipes was to get the crystallization off. Yeah, it's got to be the withdrawal. I don't know. That's how I would see him playing it off. I don't have mud puddles here to splash around in, that's for sure. I don't have a garage to lay in or a Tesla to get sucked out. They're coming back. Yes, Memphis was arrested. Go in the bathroom. Oh, Chesmere's hilarious. Listen. We gotta have fun sometimes. Anti-diarrhea. Dude, ever since that guy followed me off the elevator, I've noticed it beforehand, but now it really freaks me out, that the doors don't lock. That car is wrecked. I'm like, why is that car still sitting there? He read me. You know, he was stressing. Oh my gosh. Have I heard of Michelle Hobson? No. No way. The diarrhea is from poison coconut. Wait, is that what he's saying, or is that real? Because that's what he was saying. Remember, is that people were poisoning his coconuts. The front door's locked. It's the back door that doesn't lock. Thank you, love. You know, when I get a little color back in me, I look a little bit, but yeah, look at this. Honey, I was pasty. Oh, I was like, wait, what? I was so serious about it. I'm fine. Listen, I told y'all, if I was to get napped, they would bring me back so fast. So fast. We probably wouldn't even make it down the hill. And they'd be like, no, you either need to get out and walk, or I'll be like, no, you took me. I'm not walking back up that hill. Absolutely not. You can take me back. Take me back. Which one of my kids do you think is going to take me? Which one? Well, you better find... No, that is not. Let me just turn those off. I don't share a screen with you, bitch. Don't request me. Anyways. Yeah, I would just be like, well, and then why did you pick me? We're like minutes from the beach. Did you see all those baddies with those bodies? Why'd you pick me, sir? Can we get something to eat? Oh, do you have Diet Coke? I have to have Diet Coke. And I need my roommate. Do you think you can swing back by and get my roommate? Because I need to have it. Oh, also, I'm going to need my phone and my tripod because Sock Gang is going to get worried about me. My kids won't give two shits. My kids will be like, oh, mom's probably asleep and she'll be fine. Sock Gang, they're going to come looking for you. And let me tell you one thing there, buddy boy. You don't want to piss off the Sock Gang. Oh, they'll find you. They'll find you. My kids will be like, I don't know. Fuck it. She probably met smart. She'll be good. It's 8:24. Ooh, Trey's birthday. Yeah, see, y'all would put it out. I know you will, Miranda. Tell people. I'm gonna stuck my balls. Hilarious. But no, besides that, it's very, very beautiful. Very beautiful here. I've had a great time. It's a lot of fun. Okay, hold on. Elevated copper and corresponding changes in dopamine may result in increased number of sensitivities. Interesting. Now, I did see a girl at the house, I thought, if I remember correctly. I don't have my iPad to look it up. I don't know who the girl was, because I remember, oh, that's just the wind. Boy, it is windy. Much love to you, Angie. Oh, thank you, love. I have not. I'm trying to get them downloaded. You know, one thing I didn't even pay attention to, but everyone has complimented my Wi-Fi, which is crazy because it doesn't work half the time at home. But out in the middle of the ocean, oh, that shit works great. We was out there. Land not to be seen. Okay? Land not to be seen. And my Wi-Fi worked great. But I will get those posted. By the time we're done with our stuff, I get done with this, I shower, I'm in the bed, I'm out in like 5 minutes. I posted one today, but that was more my story time. I do, yeah. At home, it's the trees. That I definitely know. But I will get them up. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that crazy, though? At home, my Wi-Fi is like right there. Should be great. But there's, we live on the fucking woods. Out here in the middle of the ocean, it works great. But a lot of other people I did notice on there, maybe I should contact my carrier and be like, listen, nobody else's phone worked in the middle of the ocean but mine, so you should, what's that called? Sponsor me. I did get some sun. Yes. And tomorrow we'll be out in the sun all day. So tomorrow, we're doing another excursion. I may try to go live. I'm not going to say it just yet. Not like it matters. Millions of people have it. But because I actually think I'm going to contact the company. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to go there because anyways, we'll see. If not, we're going to the beach after. So we'll figure it out. And for you locals, I may have some free time. No, you're good. I knew it had to be more than shrooms. Listen, well, Darcy. Shit, did they ship Memphis out here today? Darcy, the question is, I guess my question to you is, how long was the flight? Or how long was the entire ordeal? Because that's exactly what the fuck that was. That was an ordeal. That was not a flight at all. That was an ordeal. The entire ordeal was about 19 hours. The flight is about 5.5, 6 hours. Yeah. Emily is going to work with me though, because she said after your thing is completed, then you may have something. Because for those of you guys who do not know, on our way here, our flight was delayed 9 hours. No problem. We'll stay at home, kick it for the grandbaby's birthday, do birthday at home, head to the airport. You guys, they're back. Duck down in the garage. Oh my God. Okay, listen. Get the book. I think we're in the clear. I cut my GPS monitor off. I don't think they can find me here, okay? We're back. Shit. They were getting close. Thank God I chucked that. Listen, guys, I cut off the GPS monitor because that old white bitch, Angie, she told me. I went out on the boat with her and I chucked it out there. They'll never find us. Anywho. Look for the canine. That was probably the dog I heard earlier. You guys remember when I was like, who has a dog? Okay, Megan, I will. They're looking for somebody. Cubs are paid actors. Can you imagine? I don't think I've seen a police officer since I've been here. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about now. I just jumped right back into character. What was I talking about? I love it, Pop Mom. It's very beautiful here. It is very, very beautiful here. What was I talking about? Oh, the plane. That's right. Okay. So the plane was delayed 9 hours, right? Now, again, no big deal. We would have done the baby's birthday party, blah, 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 blah. But it said on there, you must check in at the time of your original flight, or you must be there, whatever, or you may not have your seat. So we do as it says, because we are direction following people. We show up. It's us and one other family. That's all that's there. That is all that is there. We sat there for 9 hours. No big deal. Not one of us was stressed. They gave us $15 each for breakfast and lunch. $15 for breakfast, $15 for lunch, and $20 for dinner. So we didn't have to pay for food, and we got a free flight. So we're like, whatever. If there's maintenance issues, I'm like, chill. I'm chill. Take your time. Fix it, because I don't want to end up in the ocean. Fix the plane. We had time. So that wasn't the issue. But then the plane gets there. Now we're 10 hours in, right? The plane now gets there. We're like, praise Jesus, hallelujah. We're about to get on the plane. They close the door leading from the airport into where you walk into the tunnel. They close it, and now they can't get the goddamn door open. Nobody has a key or a badge or whatever to open the door. That should have been my first thing to like, maybe we shouldn't get on this plane. So they make an announcement. Oh, well, we just don't have them with the key. They'll be here in 10 minutes. All right, cool, whatever. You know, we're 10.5 hours in. We'll just roll with it. So they come, they get the door open. The alarm goes off a little bit. They get it open. They shut it again for some random ass fucking reason. I don't know. And they can't get it open again. And the motherfucker with the key already left again. Well, we can't get the door back on. We gotta wait for the guy to come back with the key. Well, how fucking far could he have gone? Okay. Is he on one of those little scooters to think up? Anyways. So finally get that done. They get it fixed. We all get on the airplane, and now we're sitting. I'm like, what's taking so long? Mind you, we've been here since 7 o'clock in the morning, our time. Okay, that's 5 o'clock in the morning, Hawaii time. It is now 7:30 p.m. our time, Washington time. It's 12 hours, and we're waiting. I asked the lady, I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, is there a reason we're still at the gate? Like, this should have been in on the seats and out." We're waiting for about 30 people. You're telling me we're waiting for 30 people that had an extra fucking 12 hours to get here? Fuck them and the horse they rode in. Let's rock this bitch. Pinky, I swear to God, how did you do that? How did you do that? Oh, the timing of that. Oh my God. I hope that gets clipped. I literally said, fuck you and the horse you rode in, and all of a sudden a horse is trotting on my head. Thank God I didn't shit. The timing of that was so perfect. Oh my God. That is so funny. Okay, anyways. So I'm like, fuck them and the horse they rode in. We had 12 fucking hours. You're telling me we're waiting for 30 or 40 people? Let's get this bitch going. So eventually, that was so perfect. Not sunburned. This is my tan. It's a white girl tan. Tomorrow, look, it's not burned. Tomorrow it'll be brown. Anyways, so we finally back up, right? We finally back up off of the gate. And I hear this, it's like grinding. Almost like, if you guys know, like old school Gen drive stick shift. You know when your clutch is going out and you get this like grind? That's exactly what it reminded me of gears grinding on the clutch. So then we hear, listen, you never know what you're getting over here. Then you get the, what's his name? The captain always said, "This is your captain speaking, and there seems to be some issues with the engine. Don't you worry, we're going to pull back in. They're going to take a look at this, and we're going to be in the air in no time." I'm like, you already did this for 10 hours. There's still a problem. Why are we going back up in the air? So anyways, we wait like 20 minutes. Then he comes back over. He's like, "This is your captain speaking." Well, fucking no shit. Who the hell else is going to talk? It's ain't Jesus Christ and Memphis ain't here to yell at us. So he's like, "And if you're between rows," whatever they were, we were in those rows, "it's about to get extremely loud. You may want to plug your ears." That's our option. Ding, ding. That's our option. We get a plug. Like we're in kindergarten. No, I can't hear you. What the fuck? Are we shitting me? Mind you, I'm not on Spirit. I'm not on Frontier. Okay? I'm not. So anyways, that time goes on. My grandkids, mind you, 1, 2, 8, 12, doing great. This is the next one. This is your captain speaking, and maintenance crew has finished their check, and they didn't find anything, so they're going to reattach, he says, some piece, and we're just going to try it again and hope for the best. Bitch, did you just say hope for the best? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. I was on. Listen, I should have done a long time ago. So I'm messaging Alaska Airlines. Yeah. You Alaska Airlines. So I'm messaging Alaska Airlines. I shit you not. I tell the lady, I'm like, "Listen, this is the flight we're on. This is how many people. This is what's happened. I want off immediately. Immediately. I want me and my entire family off of this plane. Immediately." Because he just said with no confidence in his voice, "We can't figure it out. We're going to reattach something and hope for the best." Oh, sorry. Try again and hope for the best. His exact words. This bitch responds back. I'm going to show you guys the text message when I... Wait, do I have it? No, I took it there. When I have my iPad down here, I'm going to show you guys text message. She responds back and says, "Ma'am, it is against FAA rules for you to exit an aircraft without the permission of the of the permission of the flight attendant. I am in Boise, Idaho. I do not know what you want me to do. And then ended the chat so I couldn't even respond. Shoot, they're back. They're coming for us, you guys. Maybe they found us. Oh my God. You guys. Get the Vagisil. Hide the Vagisil. It's in the Vagisil. I put it in the Vagisil. Hide the Vagisil. Oh my God. But no, all seriousness, is that not the... Listen, no, I'm in a bougie ass place, okay? But isn't that crazy? Dude, I've not seen or heard a police officer since I've been here. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. It's Memphis. Yeah, Memphis is like, no, officer, we need to go find Andrew right now. It's all that bitch's fault. She be on TikTok yapping. It is her fault. Memphis hates me. He has been blaming me for shit for the longest. I'm thinking they did find me. I guess. You forgot they couldn't. Oh, yeah. That was the first thing that the lady said. I thought I did say that. She couldn't find my flight number or none of our names. I'm like, is this like a scam thing where they're just trying to get my information? Bitch, how do you not know the flight number? You can't find... First, she said she can't find mine. I listed off everybody else's name. There was 11 of us. So anyways, I'm going to get some help. Emily said, make sure you do it after your flight. So... The flight didn't exist. We didn't exist. Thank you, love. Apparently so. The whole thing was absolutely crazy. And you want to know the craziest thing? We're waiting for these 20 people or whatever. That plane was like it was a huge plane. And it was like half empty. So if you were to crash, there would be no record. Little white girl, that was my thought process. As soon as she said that, right? She doesn't know the plane. She doesn't know any of the numbers. I'm like, we're leaving Washington. We're right on the border of the ocean. We're going over the ocean. There's nowhere else to land. Nobody's ever going to know. And then I didn't think about it. My last video is like, you guys, this may very well be my last video. I'm like, I don't know. Somebody take over Sock Gang if it is. Then I show up the very next day and I'm on the ocean in the water. Some of you guys are like, that's not funny. We were so stressed. And now we're in the boat, obviously. But yeah, I felt just weird stuff. I will show you the text messages when I get the iPad. Just so you guys don't think that I'm crazy. I am crazy, but not that crazy. You're in a big city. You're just used to the country now. Listen, Queen. This is music to my ears. Y'all know when y'all used to listen, y'all that have followed me for a very long time, this was a regular sound. That's how I went to sleep at night. You hear me? I love living in inner city. That's where I'm comfortable. This is music to my ears. It just is working right now for me playing off this. Now that I live in the wilderness, I go to sleep by ooh. Ooh, and the rain sounds of the rain. It's all peaceful and give me sirens and pew pews and I'm good. It's keeping up with the chaos, man. That's all we can do is keep up with the chaos. They didn't have Wi-Fi on the they did have Wi-Fi on the plane, right? Everybody got free Wi-Fi. Yeah, that shit didn't work. It didn't work. As soon as we got up, it didn't work. And that was the other thing I was worried. I'm like, okay, the kids have now been up since 5 a.m. We didn't get into our hotel until 12 a.m., 12 or 1 a.m. Hawaii time, which is 1 or 2 a.m. our time. They were up for almost 24 hours. And we had a cruise. Simone! Thank you, love. They were so good. And we had a cruise the next morning at 10 a.m. our time, or Hawaii time. True, Box Mom, facts. We're just thankful that we're here. Okay. Oh, and this was the other thing. So our flight was supposed to leave at 9 a.m. okay? And because it's a 6-hour flight, you get a meal. Our flight didn't leave until like 8 o'clock our time. They bring us our meal. Now, granted, we did get meal vouchers, but we knew we were getting a meal, so our dinner vouchers we used on like snacks and whatnot to have, so we didn't have to buy them on the plane. Why did they bring us a breakfast, like a little breakfast sandwich? Literally like this, like a little, like the breakfast sandwich from the flight at 9, that was supposed to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. They brought us that at 9 p.m. I mean, it's not like I'm missing a meal. Like, I'd be okay. But I was more worried about my kids and my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. And again, like I said, they offered us a free flight. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm hopping back on another flight here. The fuck? Absolutely not. Maybe somewhere else. Not on this airline. No, ma'am, Pam. You can refund all of us our money. It was, Boxman. It was from the gate. It was. Yeah. It's always been the meal for Hawaiian before the change. Wait, it's always been the meal for Hawaiian before the change. Wait, what do you mean, Sammy? Yeah. Missy, trust me, we're thinking about it. Oh, the sandwich. Oh, is that customary? Like, that's like that's all they feed you? What? A breakfast sandwich? Like, it wasn't even like maybe I would understand if it was like, you know, like a Spam or like a Hawaiian meal or something, like whatever. This was sausage with some hollandaise sauce and soggy bread. The bread might not have been soggy 12 hours ago. Yeah, Emily told me, though, don't call them and do anything until we get back home. Yes, we are here. We've been here for a few days. We got a few more days to go. Well, till Saturday or Sunday. Just a voucher for future flights, but I'm gonna try to argue for a refund. I'm not gonna fly unless they switch it over to Alaska, because it was Hawaiian Airlines. Alaska just bought them out, so if they switch it over to Alaska, that's fine. But that's crap. I've never flown like that. Yes, I will do a quick recap. Sorry, because we got way sidetracked. So of course I will. Simply Sissy, I got you, girlfriend. I've got you. Oh, too weird. Are you out here, Sammy? Message me. There's a few of you guys that are out here, and I may have a day. I may have some time. She's been live with him for a while. That would be so freaking amazing. Oh, that's right. That's right. You did tell me that you're gonna be here Thursday. Thursday is our luau day. Oh, I didn't even see it, Jamie. I heard about it. I think that's just a rental. I have no idea. Like I told you guys, and this will probably be one thing I'll change later on. My kids just gave them the money. They booked everything, which is great because it took the stress off of me. And you have to, there's so many people, you have to book it out. They promise, I don't know what the fuck we're doing at any time. What the fuck is this? There's so many people, you have to book it out. They promise, I don't know what the fuck we're doing at any time. What the fuck is this? Hold on. This person keeps requesting me. Her name is MJAHD. I have no, oh my god, there she is again. But it's to battle. I don't want to. Yes, recap. We're recapping. Sorry. Oh, sorry. That's because I took a screenshot of somebody who keeps requesting me. Wait, what? Oh, John the Money, yeah. Yes, we've been out on the boat for a couple days. So this is my white girl chat. By tomorrow, it'll be brown. Okay, so recap. Yep, Riley came in and just stole the show. JK. So, recap. No, it doesn't hurt, you guys. This is just what my skin does. It's not a burn. It doesn't hurt at all. Jasmine, can you tell them this is just what mom does? I turn red like this, and then I'll be brown. The majority will be brown tomorrow. Like the edges may take another extra day by day 2. That's just what I do. That's just how my skin is. Yeah, it doesn't hurt at all. It probably looks painful to you guys, but it's not. Is Jasmine still in here? I'm obsessed with the ABC store. Drop my Diet Coke trying to get it. I love it. Where's Jasmine? Maybe her medication's kicking in. Okay, we got to, got too excited. Okay, here's the recap. Recap, everybody. Oh, here you are. Jasmine, can you please tell the nice people that this is just what mama does? That I just turn bright red like this and it goes away in a day or 2 and will turn brown? That it's not a burn? This is my white girl tan. This is how I tan. I turn red and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't burn. In a day, it'll be brown. I am doing. Hold on. These are so pushy. Okay. Recap. So, you guys want a quick recap, or you guys want me to go back? Back in the time. I can do it quick either way. Okay, so you guys know December 13, 14, whatever. I have 4 kids, 4 kid-in-laws, and 6 grandkids. Okay, we're going to go back. So, no ma'am, Sip, we will box. We'll box. Riley's mine. Listen, Riley's been here, A1 day 1. Love me some Riley. Anyways, okay, focus. JK. Before someone clips that and it's like, oh my God. Okay, so back in the day. We all know Memphis has been completely off kilter. He, on, I think the 13th, February 13th, he started, okay, good. Threatening, Coco to right? As well as then neighbors, etc. I just started recap, so you're here just in time. Listen, you guys, this is just a friendly reminder. I will always do a recap, right? But when I see constantly recap now, can we get a recap? Especially from the same person, I will not recap. I will prolong to not recap, right? So, just an FYI. That was not to you, by the way. I've just had one person that I've seen. So anyways, so the police came and did a standoff because he had a pew, right? He was going outside with his pew, threatening neighbors, anybody and everybody. Thank you, love. Anybody and everybody that would come around, he was threatening to them. There was an 8-hour standoff. Long story short, he ended up looking like this, which, you guys, they're getting closer. Oh my God. My hands are up. I don't have anything. That was him, right? They pulled the jaws of life, went in and pulled the garage door out, sucked out the Tesla right out the side, and then they came in from behind. He was arrested. He was in jail for a day or 2. He went in front of the judge. He was completely dismissive to the judge at all. Wasn't even paying a lick of attention to them. Was turning around talking to people. I'm surprised the judge let him out at all. But nonetheless, he got a very minimal bond, $2,500 for the first charge, $20,000 for the second one. But he could not be on social media. He could not even have a phone or any type of device at all that could have internet access. And instantaneously, the second he got out, he's on the, I'm back. I got my new jewelry, and he's showing off his, should have been taken back in then. But nonetheless, he, only a dummy phone. What was I gonna say? Oh, he started doing a bunch of videos with his flip phone, but also having his iPhone, his Apple Watch, making videos, doing all of this stuff, completely mocking the judge. Thank you, Miranda. Coco calls for a civil standby. The police officer shows up. Now, I did a whole video on this. I did a whole live on it, and I have a video up of why that officer couldn't or did not do anything, because he was simply there for a civil standby. He had nothing to do with probation. Memphis had broke the orders of his probation, so it needed to be probation that needed to revoke him, or the person that signed for him to be bonded out. If you sign for someone to be bonded out, you can take that back and be like, you know what? They're not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm no longer going to be held liable to them. So two things happened simultaneously, okay? Well, let me back up one night before. Today's Tuesday. So Sunday or Monday night, Memphis goes live and shows his court date. Shows the court date, the Zoom link, the password, all of that stuff. You've just pissed off the judge even more, because now you're messing up his entire court thing and going to have it bombarded with people. But nonetheless, he did that. And then he didn't show up for court. So at the same time he doesn't show up for court, Coco goes down and revokes her bond. Okay, because she bonded him out. She revokes the bond and says, I am no longer held liable for him. Okay? So they show up. He's on tether, meaning he has an ankle monitor, a GPS monitor that tells you everywhere he is at all times, 24/7, as long as that's on him. So I guess there was a knock at the door. It was probation because he was failure to appear, and he got scared and he took off running. The problem was he forgot that he had the GPS monitor on him. So as he's running, he's now hopping fences. He's going into other people's yards. So he's racking up charges. The helicopter is now there. They have K9 out the whole time over they're just saying exactly where he's at because he has his stupid GPS monitor on. What? Like, I'm not even a criminal. I would think to cut that shit off. But anyways, that would have been another charge. I guess it's good that he didn't. So K9 made contact, from my understanding. K9 did make contact, and he has once again been remanded into jail. And at this point, he is held no bond. But that's because he hasn't seen a judge yet. Last time he was held no bond until he sees a judge. He has to go back in front of a judge. Once he goes back in front of a judge, the judge will then determine. Listen, I had to film it. But anyways, I'm glad he didn't, because that would have been another charge and more people could have got hurt. So once he goes in front of the judge will determine, will he stay in custody pending trial? Will he get a much higher bond? And what are the new charges going to look like? Because you guys, listen, there's another thing. If you could, let me rephrase, we're in different states. So I know in my state, if you commit a crime while you were out on bond, probation, whatever, that enhances this crime. So this crime that you committed may be a misdemeanor, right? But because you committed it on bond, this potentially could be bumped up to a felony, right? Or if it's if it's a Class C felony, but because you're out on bond, it could bump it up to a Class B felony. You see what I'm saying? So at this time and point, we know that he's been in other people's yards. We also believe that he's been in other people's dwellings, whether it's been in an enclosed porch, been in their house, etc. So that's going to be burglary charges if he's actually made entry into somebody's establishment. So there's going to be a lot of different charges that are going to come out. Again, if it's the same in Florida that it is in my state, those charges will be bumped up because he committed them out on bond. And if I'm correct, again, different state, I believe in my state, if you commit them like in less than, I don't know, 30 days or something, it bumps it up even higher. He committed his within days. Right, you guys, I understand right now he has held no bond. Almost everybody that gets gets locked up the first day is held no bond. Unless they have a nighttime judge, I see, or it's something very minuscule and you're released on your own recognizances. So, yeah, literally within minutes. But for him, he got picked up within a matter of days. So they will look at all of that. He violated it. He violated his parole or probation. He has a lot more threats. It's going to be a lot. Lawyer said because of the charges, they will be no bond. I agree with that. That's what I said yesterday too. I said he'll get picked up, he'll be revoked and remanded, and I believe he will be held until trial. What started all this? And that's a great question. Again, I don't know them. I only know based off of what I see, but it has been clear to me for a very long time that he has some very serious mental health issues. I don't know if his mental health issues are because of substances, or is he using substances to fix what's in his mind? Because even just the way he speaks to one, the fact that he thinks, in fact, he is Jesus himself is, you know. So I don't think any bond amount would, absolutely not. I agree with you 100%. It doesn't matter how much the bond is. And this is the other thing, you guys. He wasn't going to get the help that he needed. He was not going to get the help that he needed. He was not checking himself in to any type of facility. The only way he's going to do that if it's done straight from the jail. He said he was, yeah, I keep hearing that. Listen, and you guys, I'm always very honest in where I excel and where I lack. Everybody excels and lacks in different aspects of their job, their career, right? I lack in that type of stuff, but I just did the recap, Heather. We're right in the middle, or like towards the end of recap, but I will post this up on YT. I have a hard time believing, and I could be very wrong on this, I have a hard time believing that you can get like that. No, you're fine, honey. You're fine. I just like people to know that it's going to be up on YT. I may do a quick one again. I have a hard time believing that you can get like that from something you can buy at a gas station. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've never even taken a puff of a cigarette, so I'm not the type of person to be communicating on that stuff, because I don't know. Logically, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why would that be legal? Why would that be okay to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yes, be windful. Be windyful? I'm going to check into that. When we get off tonight, I'm going to look into that. Because I know where I used to work, we had a lot of places that had copper wiring that would get stolen all the time. People would come in at nighttime and they would break through whatever the machinery was and steal the copper wiring. This whole time, again, I know where I lack. I thought they were taking it in and like, you know how you can take stuff in for recycle for money, you can like sell it? I thought that's what they were doing. I had no idea that there's something in there you can do. So I'm going to research that, because now I'm fascinated. I need to know. Shrooms absolutely can. You guys, I've talked so many times about that. I'll find the case and I'll tell you guys where this young college kid, never been in trouble a day in his life. He was going to some Ivy League school. He went to his first party ever. They gave him shrooms. He had no idea. Went to go back home and saw somebody in his house. Thought somebody had broken. He climbed in through the window and his whole family. He was at the police station for his interrogation. He's like, what? What? No, what do you mean? Like, just so, it was one of the most fascinating but bizarre interrogations I've ever seen in my life. And as the stuff was wearing off, you started to see him come back, and he went from like, I know what, to like, my dad's gone, my mom, like, it was devastating to watch. They're a very scary thing. That's why I've never, people always think to the, you've never smoked, come on, you've never smoked. No, never, ever. But again, my brother was a hard user. And there was nothing except, like, there was nothing about them like, well, that looks fun. I think I would like to try that sometime. No, ma'am. No, I'm good. I'm crazy enough without it. My brother's recovered. See? They think that it's okay. And sometimes it is. I know in California, I was shocked when I was down there last year for a conference. They had shroom stores like we have. Mokes! That was so beautiful. Thank you, love. My buddy did cartoon and called me turpentine. Oh my God. See, that would freak me out. Absolutely not. So Tiffany, I did look that up when, what was his name, you guys? If you're not tapping, you're napping or clapping or slapping or whatever. I looked that up. I had never heard about it. I looked it up when that guy was Nick Harris. When he's, because I was like, dude, there's no way that's all that you do. He did do more, but I heard about that was very equivalent to some heavy duty stuff. So I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I married his ass and then it got, just kidding. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, even like with alcohol, do you realize, like, okay, in my state, well, where I live, the Mary Jane, the El Gardenin is legal. You can buy that at any store. Like, they have stores, like convenience stores. In a lot of states, that's not legal. Now, I don't partake, don't necessarily agree with it. But one thing I would tell you is, you've never seen somebody pass away from having too much. But the one thing that you actually can pass away from going through withdrawals is, and you can buy that in a store so easily. So it blows my mind that the things that you actually can pass away from, if you were to go through withdrawals on your own and not go into a center, but you can just buy that on every corner. I also recently found out that there's a lot of hospitals have like little cans of either cerveza or little shots of like a vodka or rum, something like that, for people who are I never know what words I can say, alcoholics, right? They get it in the morning to prevent their withdrawals because they're so bad. So withdrawing from is much worse than anything else. Yeah. Deanna, when I heard Deneen, is it Deneen? Am I saying it right? Deneen? That's pretty too. I was shocked when at first I was like, okay, this is clearly like some AI stuff. No, it's real. It's real. And at first I was like, no way. And then I was like, oh, that makes so much sense, right? They would rather give them that than them going into massive, seizures, the withdrawal, the whole thing. So, but you can buy that just anywhere. Make it make sense. I don't know. Complete. My dad went through withdrawal. Wow. I had one, who is Regina? I mean, I would think all I would think all of them are. I mean, I don't know, but I would think all of them are. Anyone more racist in Memphis who isn't? Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah. Memphis is. Memphis is out of control. Narcan is amazing. Absolutely. I think everybody should carry that. I think listen, I fought hard before I left my company for them to have it there. Narcan it's not going to hurt you if you don't need it, but I don't know if I can even say that. But it's great to have. They go to court. Touquet and Brie go back to court in April. Oh, guys. Hold on, let me give you guys a hug. You guys feel better? We didn't get a chance to talk about it. I know you guys must be really sad and worried about Brie. Her pregnancy and everything, like they're high risk. That's weird that she has such a bad headache for all those days. And Santos has that weird growth on his face again. That's weird. I wonder how that got there. Odd. How that growth keeps coming back in the same spot after every weekend bender. That's really weird. I don't know what could cause that, but still is high risk. But listen, yeah, if your ego is prego when you're high risk, okay? I mean, what? I know, Amba. That's the hard part with me is I just be flipping stories. So Brie was going to you know what? You guys know I hate the heat. But I'm turning the AC off. What the fuck is going on here? I'm turning the AC off for this because this is serious and I don't want any distractions. Wow, this is hard. Brie was really... I may need a tissue. Oh, thank God I have one. Brie really, she really wanted to see Baby W this weekend. Or this week. Or this month. Or this year sometime. That's right, you guys, everybody crisscross up. Listening ears. This is serious, guys. She was hoping to see him sometime before he turned 5. Right before last court date, she found out that she's full of shit and she couldn't go see him because of her constipation. Then she found out that it was her constipation that was pushing her belly out. But anyways, she got some laxatives, the opposite of what Memphis gets, right? Memphis is trying to back it up. Anyways, she got some laxatives. Even according to the spicy page, they tried some backdoor stuff to try to get her to go. But she said, we're running out of money, rent's due. Like, we gotta find a way to go see Baby W. Like, how are we gonna pay the bills? How are we gonna pay the bills? Like, no one wants to even see her spicy page anymore. So how are we gonna pay the bills? And then Santos, with his big, volcano right here, said, you know what? You're gonna have to go see that kid of yours. You're gonna have to. And she's like, I don't want to. And he's like, well, you got to figure it out. Oh, I got a good idea. Just take some of Memphis's anti-diarrhea medication. You'll be clogged up again. And then you can go back and see what the doctor says. And so that's what she did. So she called Dr. Angel and said, you know what? I haven't pooped in like 12 hours. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. It's been 12 hours since you've had a BM. Oh, you are definitely the most of high risk. You absolutely cannot fly. Absolutely not. Gosh, we may have to put you into a hospital for until you deliver for probably the next 5 or 6 years. No going to see him. Sorry. So I just want you guys to keep her in your prayers. I'll probably ICU, BCU, DCU, BJs for the PJs. Like, I'm just saying. It's tough that she couldn't go see him. But they were able to go out for their weekend bender. That's why they were offline all weekend. But sad stories day. Crazy. I remember how I felt when I was high risk and went into full labor at 24 weeks and dilated to 3. But that's petty shit. That is not constipation. Okay, that is a big difference. Oh yeah, you guys didn't know that? Listen, I was there. I think I said that in the video when we were stuck on that stupid plane to get to Hawaii. So listen, if anyone knows, I will give a BJ for a PJ. It's been a while, okay? But listen, get me and my family out of here. That's Bree's motto. Yes, Bree Jr., BJ. That's where that came from. BJ's for PJs. You notice since she's been with Santos, she has not been in a PJ. Remember when she first came out on the scene and she says, "You'll never see me fly anything but a PJ." And now we see you flying in what's it called? Spirit. Actually, your ass doesn't even fly now. You won't even drive to your son. Skirt, skirt. You got a 2001. It should make it there fine. It's good. It's a good youthful car. At least it's old enough to drink, unlike your man. But that's a whole nother story. Learn from the best. I'm telling you. Listen, at that point, I was willing and ready. Anyways, to do anything to get my family to safety, okay? Oh, I love you guys more. No, you guys, listen. I did not. I wish I could make that up. She literally said that. Someone's like, "Oh my God, how are you always flying around in PJs?" She was like, "I only fly PJs. You just have to do a little BJ and get a PJ." First, I was like, "PJ, like your pajamas?" And then I figured out she was on a private jet. And then remember how mad she was? She's like, "Oh my God, you guys. You guys are not going to believe this. John is so broke and oh my God. I cannot. I'm sick." You guys, do you guys know what John and his mom flew my son home on? An economy plane. Oh my God. They don't have glasses like this. John and Mama Tuka don't have glasses like that, okay? My son doesn't fly on anything but a PJ. I give BJs for PJs. John should try it. Not my son flying on economy. Oh my God. Then not Brie getting with Santos and having her son flying on economy on a Spirit flight. Oh my God. Brokey. I'm delirious. Is someone talking smack? Oh, they always talk smack. Who was it? Oh, I wish I had the the iPad. We could talk about it. Who was it? Do tell. Can you look it up? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no, I can't do that because I'm on live. I can't see it. Hold on. Let me see if my grandson will bring it down. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no, I can't do that because I'm on live. I can't see it. Hold on. Let me see if my grandson will bring it down. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I just texted my grandson to see if he can bring it down. A lot of people. You guys, it's so funny. I'm not on TikTok a whole bunch. I see what you guys send me or what I'm tagged in. I see kind of the stuff that I'm in. But I really block the negativity. It's shocking to me how many people hate me. Cracks me up. A lot of people don't like me. I love that they like me too. Hold on. Thank you, Mugs. My grandson's like, Jordan's iPad? It's mine, but I'm letting her use it. But yeah, okay. And you were defending me. Listen, they always do. Listen, they cannot handle it. I have a feeling, I think I know who it is. But anyways, they cannot handle it when they and people go in and defend them, they instantly block. Instead of just trying to hear it out. I haven't yet, Queen. I have not been on literally at all. I've truly been enjoying the vacation and sleeping when I can. And I know I've got a lot of messages from you guys too saying, why are you coming on? Just enjoy your vacation. Listen, I enjoy this as well. I need this wind down time. If not, I would just be sitting here by myself or trying to go to sleep and can't. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah. I want to have the door open so I can hear if he knocks. Yeah, a lot of you guys have gotten blocked from a lot of pages. And that's why I tell you guys, don't even worry about it. Half the time, they don't like me for no reason. It's more so utilizing my name to get views, which sounds so snottish of me, because I don't think that way of myself. But it does when you have 7 people in there and all of a sudden you start talking about me, and then now you have, 100 people in there because you have 93 people in there defending me. And then now you have, 100 people in there because you have 93 people in there defending me. Sorry, my grandson's texted me. I have not been following it because, again, I've been on vacation, so I haven't been following it. Yeah, Miranda, and so that's part of it. And that's what I found when the whole thing happened with when I dropped all of my mods except for a couple, and I had to, I slowly brought them back because I had some rogue people. And then people got mad because they also got blocked, because it's again, it's a thing of I'm protecting my peace, right? So if you're over here all the time and you're being supportive of me, and or in these cases, more importantly, a mod, and then, you can come back. If I can figure out how to do it. And then, hold on, Mo, I'll figure it out. And then going over to a page of people who hate me that sit there for 10 hours a day and just say the same thing on repeat for 10 hours to 7 people. You're not going to go hang out over there. Oh, hold on. I put the candy bag up here in one of these up on the top. No, in your house. There, you guys had a bunch of those Skittle bags and stuff. Okay. And Jordan kept wanting them, so I had to hide them. Okay. All right, thanks, bud. Love ya. Okay. Okay, back. But yeah, I wasn't gonna let people be a mod come back talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, give me 1 second. I have to turn on the Wi-Fi. But yeah, I found a bunch of rogue people. And I tell you what, it has been peaceful since. We have had limited to no drama since then. I love it. We got rid of a few bad apples. Okay. So I was tagged in it, so I go here. Hulu, not right now. YT, not right now. We're trying to figure out who's talking schmack about me. Oh, you're back up. Oh, okay. Well, I have to remember how to remod people. Wait, who was it that said they sent it to me? Can you tag me or comment again who said that they tagged me in it? Let me see if I can find you. Because I forgot already. Don't take me long. Oh yeah, Big Mama T. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let's see what it is. Go. Use. It says, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Okay, you ready? This is what it says. This lady was never a CPS worker. Well, you sure the fuck are right about that. Let's clap. Can we clap it up? Who is this? You can't handle the truth. You are right about that. Good job. 1 point so far, and we're only 1 minute in. 1 point for you, because I sure wasn't. Good job, buddy. Oh my God. This is going to be good. Let's see what else. Okay, so this lady was never a CPS worker, so she has no idea how they actually work. CPS likes to operate off the possibility of future risk of harm. They will take kids from people simply for being former foster youth. Sure will. Sure will. They will take kids, okay. Also, it's interesting, she backed anti up, but says no judge would give Memphis custody, LOL. They are both abusive. Lady, come on. Okay, we're gonna listen to what you're clipping here in a minute. Hey, it's the lady. See, I've been on here for a little over a year, and I've said from day one, right? I've been a social worker for 30 years. 20 doing family social work, 10 doing youth and young adult justice involved social work. I have never, and I would never work for CPS. I've said that how many times? 1,000,001 times, okay? I work for a sister department of CPS. Means I worked here, CPS worked here. A lot of times we worked hand in hand. Worked cases together, hand in hand. Kind of like this, kind of like we're holding hands. And so yeah, I kind of have to know how the system works a little bit, but it did not work for CPS, and I've always said that. Just in case you want to make another video too that says that I don't have a license, you're correct. You are correct. Good job. Bonus points. I don't have a license because I don't work in a clinical setting. You only need a license to work in a clinical setting, which I don't do. Just want to put that out there, okay? And do you think for 2.5 seconds that any judge would give Memphis custody of this baby? Do you think that? And a judge did give anti 50-50 custody of his baby. So can somebody point me to where I've been wrong? We don't even know what they're talking about, what clip they're talking about. But I'm just curious as to where I have been wrong yet. Because Memphis had an 8-hour standoff where he threatened to all of them, right? He's now back in jail without bond as of yet. Now, anti is not perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect. Nobody, including Kara. But don't listen to me because I'm not Jesus. She'll listen to Memphis because he is. But where have I been wrong yet in their own writing? Where have I been wrong? I haven't been. But let's listen to what this Yahoo What they clipped to try to fit their narrative. My fave.
That he is going to try to
take
the baby girl from you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you said that you were Baker acted a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that
even my iPad is like, shut up. I don't have to. This is my own. I don't need to watch this because it's my own thing. It's what we were just talking about, how when she was Baker acted 2.5 years ago, and how she was concerned that he was going to use that against her, because Memphis said that he was going to fight for full custody of the baby because she was Baker acted 2.5 years ago. What's your name again? Hold on. You can't, bitch, what a dumb name. Listen, you guys know I love names. You have a dumb name. You can't handle the truth because, bitch, you can't handle the truth. Because so far, everything that I've said has come to fruition as, oh, what? The truth that you can't handle, okay? What I said was, you don't have to worry about being Baker acted 2.5 years ago, as long as you've continued to maintain and everything has been good and there's been no other issues since that time. What he has going on is current, is present time, is happening right fucking now. Big difference from 2.5 years ago. So he's not going to have much water to stand on, even though he thinks he's Jesus Christ himself. He's not going to be able to walk on water for this because you're Baker acted 2.5 years ago. And we don't even know what for. But we know and see and hear everything that's going on with him right now, and he's in jail. So how exactly would he then have custody of their baby? What's her name again? Hold on. You can't handle the truth. Mm-hmm. How would that happen? How is that going to happen? And where was I wrong? Did Anti get 50-50 custody? Did he get that? It wasn't given. By the way, BTW, look at the court records. If you need them, let me know. I got you. That wasn't given. Like Kiara had said that she gave it to him. That wasn't given by her. She didn't say, okay, I'll give him 50-50 custody. The judge granted 50-50 custody to the father. So where was I wrong? Because I'm so curious. But keep them coming. Listen, keep them coming. I'll help you out. All you have to do is ask a question or two. I got you. Yeah, that's these people's name. Is you, period, can't, period, handle, period, the, period, truth, period, who. Oh my gosh, golly gee, Willy curse. Okay, there's one comment. Shout out Jill22. She's not wrong though. CPS would have already been involved if the Baker Act meant anything against Coco from 2 years ago. They write a lot. They write a lot. Not only that, apparently this person must think that I'm like pro CPS or whatever, but I also told her too, when the CPS worker said that it's okay for Memphis to be around the baby, I said, there's nothing in the orders that says that you can't yet. You can't yet. But they will put it there. Let's see what they wrote back. It's a paragraph. Do you guys need a potty break? Are we all in our circles? Crisscross applesauce? Do you ever listen to it? Because they wrote like a chapter book. Are you guys all ready? This is so fun. It's like library time in elementary school. Remember we used to go to the library in elementary school? You're good? Okay, good. Okay, as long as we're all good, we all got our popcorn, our snacks, whatnot. I got my reading glasses on, so we're good. Okay, here we go. Me. They said, oh, Tiffany. Oh, perfect timing. Let me go back. Hold on. I'll make sure Tiffany. Okay. This page, you can't handle the truth, says, this lady was never a CPS caseworker, so she has no idea how they actually work. ... CPS likes to operate off of the possibility of future risk of harm. Face. They will take kids from people simply for being former foster youth. Also, it's interesting she backed Anti up, but says no judge would give Memphis custody. LOL. They are both abusive. Lady, Come on now, facepalm emoji. And then this beautiful lady here, hold on. You know what, Jill? You're following me. I'm following you back. I appreciate you, Jill. Okay, so the beautiful Jill says, she's not wrong though. CPS would have already been involved if that Baker Act meant anything against Coco from 2 years ago. ... I love how she put the ... in there. Okay, so now here comes the chapter book. Ready? Not necessarily. She hasn't been accused of anything. As long as there is no open case. Hold on, I gotta hit the more button. No open case. They have no reason to be digging into her past. But I do see parents lose their kids every day over past mental health issues, past drug issues, and even being former foster youth. Typically, it depends on the department/caseworker. If you get a shitty caseworker who is just out to find anything, in all caps, they will use it and say, we believe there could possibly be a threat of harm in the future because, well, this past incident. Happens all the time, unfortunately, and they get away with it. This is what I do every day. I work with children and parents fighting CPS, and I lived it myself as a child. Never say never, and always remain humble when it comes to CPS. And we're not done. There's more. I was wondering, I was like, okay, she's either had her kids taken away from CPS, or she was taken away from CPS, or something. She's, I guarantee you, she's not a worker too. So I love the fact that she's trying to get on me about not being a worker when she's not, but she's talking about all the stuff that's going on. But nonetheless, let me continue chapter 2. Chapter 2, page 1. There is also the issue of the fact she announced online that she has videos of her trying to... Wait, what? Oh, she must be talking about Coco, not me. She has videos online of her trying to harm herself, which I'm sure they haven't seen yet. If they wanted to be asshats, great word, they could use that right there to claim she is a threat and needs treatment in order to keep you mean in order for them to get custody, is what you're trying to say, of her daughter. That's why lawyers tell parents, never speak with CPS without a lawyer. Don't tell them anything, because they can and will use it against you, even if it was 15 years ago. Hold on, let me look at something. Because I can tell you right now. Yeah. This is one of those situations that I was just talking about, you guys, where I feel like they're using my name and my face to gain numbers. Because in reality, a lot of the stuff that person said is stuff that I say on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, the projection is really, really real. But it sounds like she's been over here and has heard things that I've said. Now, they don't necessarily won't just take you because you've been in foster care or foster. There is other situations happen. But yeah, if you get a shitty ass caseworker, you're fucked. That's how it goes. That's why I don't work for the department. And it's not only just the caseworker, right? I didn't want to go into CPS tonight, but CPS is not a systematic issue, right? You don't have... Each state has its own CPS laws, right? So if you have somebody that's getting ready to get their kids taken away, for example, in Hawaii, and they pack up and move to Texas, they start in Texas. Texas has no clue that they had any issues in Hawaii. Texas picks up on them. They move to Florida. Florida has no idea they have anything. You see what I'm saying? There has to be a better tracking system. One. Also, the way that it's done, regardless of what you think that I know or don't know, because I didn't know that you knew my job, my history, my education, and what it was that I do, but I'll tell you a little bit about it, okay? You can have a CPS record in every single state. If I was to feel like I had a case, regardless if I work for CPS or not, I still work for the state. Where do you think a lot of the people come to first before they get to CPS? Me. Hey, me, Tweedledee. So they come in. I do their initial screening, figure out what's going, blah, 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 right? And I see that there's some abuse issues going on. Maybe there's some drug and alcohol issues going on. Maybe when I've done their home visit, their house isn't the best type of situation. Then I do the referral over to CPS. That's how it gets there. Yeah. So I don't work for a CPS, but again, we are like sister agencies. It's like holding hands, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, like a love-hate type relationship, right? Now, I can know, and that caseworker can know, that those kids should not be in that house. But they can't just be removed because it has to go up the chain of command, because multiple people have to say, yep, the child has to be removed before they can. And you can have the best caseworker there is and be like, oh my God, this da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Absolutely, they need to come up, boom. And then you have a lazy ass where it's like, nope, not enough evidence, you're not removing them. And then you go home 2 days later and you watch the news and you know that you're getting ready to close the case because those kids are no longer here. So don't ever come at me about no fucking work that I do, what I do and what I don't do, what I know how to do and not know how to do. If you've never been in my shoes, never even reached out or had a fucking conversation with me. Until then, shut up. Keep my name out of your mouth. I would have been happy to have a conversation with you, but you have no clue the shoes that I've walked in, the cases that I've done, the high profile cases that I've done, cases of people that I've tried to get kids taken out of the house. Charlie, Braden are two of them that almost everybody will know. Look them up. They are all over. Made national news. Still looking for the mama to this day. Sure, she's buried in the Utah mountains somehow, some way. So don't ever make no stupid ass TikTok video with your couple hundred followers talking about, oh my God, this lady, shut up. Again, I'm always open to have a conversation with anybody. We don't even have to have the same opinions, thoughts, whatever, as long as it can be done respectfully. But when you do a distasteful ass video like that, especially when it appears that we actually have a lot of the same thoughts in regards to CPS. And then when people want to protect my name or say, no, you're wrong, blah, blah, then you block them. Exactly, Brittany. That was how many years ago? Those kids never they've never left my brain, never left my heart. I think about Charlie and Braden all the time. All the time. Because their dad should have never had them. Their grandfather should have never gotten out of jail. They were the sweetest little boys. So don't ever talk to me about the type of work that I do. Anybody that wants to run around this damn app talking about, oh, fake social worker, that you deal with just one case like that. Deal with just one case like that case. And come talk to me. You come talk to me about what it is that I do or don't do, where I work or don't work. Sometimes, hold on, where did I go up? Sometimes I think worldwide kids being put back in certain bad families, and it ends. Of course, absolutely. People used to always ask, how come the kids cry when they're taken from such a horrible situation? They don't know that that's not normal. That's the norm for them, right? They don't know that every other kid doesn't go to bed hungry. They don't know that every other kid doesn't know, like, that their lights aren't on. They're on one day and not on the next day. They don't know that every other, mom or dad isn't getting, knocked between the washer and dryer before bed. They don't know that. They think that's normal. They don't know that until they're removed and they're hopefully put into a better environment. That's when they figure out that's not the normal. So yeah, sometimes removal is the best option. Thank you, love. Yeah. It just pisses me off when, again, people want to come in and try to say stuff like that. Listen, it does not hurt my feelings, whatever. It's just dumb. This is a channel that's trying to grow, I can tell, and just trying to use headlines and trying to use my name and what it is that I do. But again, it seems like we have the same feelings on a lot of the stuff. So again, had you had a conversation with me, you probably could have came on panel and you would have got a lot more followers. But now you're just going to get people to not like, you're not going to gain followers this way, you dumb. Like, what sense does that make? Right, someone that's always in here. Yep, that had secret. Oh, that's typically what I've noticed how it is it'll be like people that have been in here, we'll talk kind of a little bit, or they want to grow their page, and so then they kind of, that's what happened before. They wanted to grow their page, so they started going live with me, and then started saying, oh, okay, well, I'll go live right after. When I would get done, I'd be like, oh, I don't care, whatever. And then it wanted to be me, but with a twist. Like, it was just weird shit. Don't be anybody but yourself. There is room on this app and every other app for everybody to do this, okay? I'll be the first to help you. I don't have a clue as to what the hell I'm doing. Not a clue. And we have, how many? Hold on. Hold on. This person that knows more than me has 675 followers, which is good. I'm not even knocking that. That's great. Because it takes a while to get that. And I have, right now, hold on, 95.3 thousand followers. And I don't know how to edit. I don't have a clue as to what the hell I'm doing. This 95.3 thousand followers was built in a year's time, person by person, brick by brick, just being consistent, steady, but most importantly, being authentically me. I've not changed since the day that I came on here. Thank you, love. You have to be authentic to yourself. And if you are not, people are going to see right through you and exit. You have to be authentically you in whatever it is that you do, that you have an interest in, that you love to do. It has to be something that you truly enjoy doing. I truly love helping anybody, but especially young adults, through the justice system. Was you the caseworker on the 911 call for the... No, that, the person that did the 911 call, she was the home monitor, or the monitor, I can't think of her exact title, but basically the person that does the supervised visitation, kind of like what Bree had. Remember when Bree had the supervised visitation and they had to pay for it, and hers was an officer, met John at the car, picked baby W up, took him in, and then took the notes. That's what she did. I was his social worker, so when he first came here from Utah, we had no clue in Washington what was happening in Utah. It had not made national news at this point. I just saw a dad that has 2 kids. We always have to ask for custody, but there was something weird about him in his eyes. Out of all of my years, he is the only person I have ever said, I will not interview him alone in a locked room again, like in a closed room again. I will have to interview him, speak with him only in a public setting, because his eyes, and this is exactly what he did. So we're just going through through the case. Why it came to Washington, how old are the kids, getting all the information, blah, 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 blah. And I said, and I can talk about this before anyone says anything. I can talk about this because all of this is public record, public information. It has been out in documentaries, movies, books, etc. And all members are deceased, okay? So I get to the point, I was like, and where's the kids' mother? And he says, okay, hold on. So my back's to him a little bit, right? So I'm like, so this for now me. I'm like, and where's the kids' mother? And he goes like this. She'll never be found. And so I'm like this, like, well, a lot of people say that when they come in, they don't really know where the other parent is, because they don't want them to pay child support. We have a lot of different computer systems. We're able to typically find them. He's like, she'll never be found. Like, you would be surprised at how many people say that. And I'm able to get on this little here computer of mine and find him. He's like, she'll never be, nobody will ever find her. Ever. Ever. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. And I was like, okay, skip that, finished up, whatever. And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and walk you out really fast. I have something else that I need to do really fast. I'm just going to process your paperwork so you can go change the cat. I made up some crazy story, right? I instantly looked him up because I'm like, there is something weird about this. So I type in Josh Powell, Utah. That is how I found out about it all. Yeah. Thank you. Josh Powell. So Susan Powell was the mom. She was missing in Utah. He left in the middle of the night with the two kids, Charlie and Braden. They moved to Washington State because his father lived here, Stephen Powell. Stephen was a creepazoid himself, ended up getting arrested while they were doing the investigation for them because they found a lot of like secret footage, like in a bathroom cam in there, whatever, of her showering, dressing, the dad singing like weird songs to her, etc. So I requested a psych evaluation, which is a psycho, I don't know how to say it on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Schmexual. Psycho-schmexual evaluation. Because Josh ended up going to jail. I said, you need to have a psych evaluation done. That was at court on Friday. He had visitation that weekend. We had done the home visit on the house that he had rented. Everything looked fine. Come to find out, that house was a staged house. He never lived in that house. That house was only used for his visitation. So when the lady, I cannot think of her name right now, for some reason I'm thinking, that was loud. I'm thinking, Shelby, I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But anyways, she drops the kids off. She pulls up. Charlie and Braden get out and run to the door. Josh opens the door, lets him in, slams the door. And she's like, Josh, let me open the door. You got to open the door. And she hears instantly, within seconds, screaming. She calls 911. The 911 operator was an ass. She's like, no, you don't understand. He's not allowed to have the kids, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, I smell gas. I smell gas. And the 911 operator is like, back away from the house. The house blows up. When they finally go in and see, right when they came in, he had a machete. And both Charlie and Braden. And the house was already, the house was wired and triggered set to explode. And I learned about it on the news. But then you have people like this that want to come on and try to say that I'm not a social worker. Well, what the fuck would you call me? I mean, personally, I don't really care. A title to me is nothing. A title to me is nothing. Queen, that is, I tell you right now, Queen, that she said, I can only hope that Susan was there scooping them up. That is the only thing that has given me any peace. I wrote that on many things. When I found out, I had to take a few days off. Like, I struggled because I had 3 major cases, like 3 high profile cases back to back to back that involved losing a life. And I said, the only thing that's giving me any peace is I know those little boys ran right into their mama's arms. They're all at peace now. And I know he's rotten in hell. Yeah, Jay Show, it's the Josh Powell, Susan Powell case. Hold on. There, you guys, there's movies, there's books, documentaries. Let me show you. Hold on. There's all sorts of stuff on it. It's truly a fascinating, I don't know, fascinating. It's just a very interesting thing. And I will tell you, he was not lying. She has not been found. She has not been found. Remember, you guys, leaving a DV situation is the scariest and most deadliest time. Here you go. By just a simple search of Josh and Susan Powell, there's just tons. I don't know if he did that. They lived out in Utah in a very rocky area. And I don't know much about Utah, but if anyone does, they may know. I got chills in my eyes. Yeah, it was weird. Anyways, that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to talk about too much, like, because I got to sleep at night. But he went out. It was like Christmas Eve. That so many of these things happen with spouses right around Christmas Eve. But anyways, he went up to some rocky mountain area. I don't know the thing. And a lot of people were like, it's going to be near impossible once the snow melts or whatever to find it. Charlie was able to talk better. And you said, oh, yes, exactly. He did start to tell. Charlie started to talk and say things. And as soon as I ordered the psych sec on Friday. And he unalived them Saturday or Sunday. So, of course, I instantly figured it was my fault. Had I not ordered, I didn't order. Let me rephrase. I requested. Had I not requested, the judge would not have ordered, and maybe he would not have. But I can't do that because he needed to have that done because there's something going on. There was some sexual undertones with child stuff that was found, etc. So, yeah, it's a very interesting story. It's very, very sad. And that's why when, hi, Ireland. That's why when people want to come in and talk to me, oh, she's not a social worker, because we're dead. You can look it up. You just got to spend a little bit of time. But again, that's just a title. I've helped people. I've changed people's lives. I've done a lot of stuff. So, thank you, Stacy. You know, it's crazy. We had a case right after that, literally days apart. This wasn't like national news, but it was very much big local news. It was an officer-involved shooting, and it was because I switched custody of somebody, and that child saved an officer's life, and it was a huge blessing. But that was another one that was, somebody lost their life that day. And, you make decisions based off of the best information that you have and what is best. And at the child's age, she was old enough to talk, and she knew that was best for her. And clearly it was, because it was her dad that did, but anyways, that's a whole nother story. Oh, I didn't know you worked there. But I'm wise enough to understand every caseworker Exactly, yeah. And I say that all the time. Now listen, you guys, I've said from the beginning, I do not work for CPS. I never would work for CPS. And I don't have a license. I don't work in a licensed facility. It's not anything I would ever want to do. But yeah, CPS is tough to work for because it's not always the caseworkers. It's the rules that they have, and the rules are different all over. So, Elizabeth Griffin Hall was the supervising social worker. Oh no, you're good, love. Late for me. I am getting ready to go to bed. I am tired. But if you work for CPS, then how then how did you do that case for those little boys at the time? Well, you guys, social work is a lot of different aspects. You can be a social worker and work in all different fields. They weren't involved with CPS at that time. Remember, I got them right when they first came to Washington, when they very first came. So they had a lot of social workers in a lot of different departments. So they had one with my department, they had one with CPS, they had one with within the court system themselves. They had many different social workers. Yeah, I know it's late. Listen, it's 10 o'clock here. Yes, it's 10 o'clock here. So I'm getting tired too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to even work there either. Yeah, it's, listen, I love Angel. She's on here. She works, or she just retired after 30 years. She worked for CPS and she worked in Compton. I cannot even imagine. And she has the most beautiful spirit. And so I have so much respect for her, because that's something. Oh my God, it's 8 a.m. in Ireland. Look at all you guys hanging out so late. Well, we're going to wrap up and get done. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for Angel. I have a lot of respect for anybody who could work for CPS. I could not. But I also love working with youth and young adults, right? Teens to like 16 to 25. That's my age range that I work with. And a lot of people do not want to do my job, right? How does a social worker come? How does a social worker come about? A million different ways. It really just depends. It depends on what social worker, in what department, in what capacity. You can be in a hospital and end up with a social worker. A school, you could have a social worker. You could be in jail and have a social worker. It could be, I think a lot of people just take the term social worker and connect it with CPS when that's not the case at all. Social workers are absolutely everywhere. Have you heard? No, I haven't. I'll have to do that. I'm just confused on how you worked with those boys without being part of CPS. There's no way. No, honey, there doesn't have to, because I worked at a different agency. So when they first came in, I still work for DSHS. Well, I don't. I did. I work for DSHS. So they start with me. Let me move on. So I think they had, at least that I know of, they had 3 different social workers. Like I said, me, a CPS social worker, and I'm almost positive they had one through the courts as well. It's been a long time, but yeah. I was the first one that he interviewed with when they moved to Washington. What do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind at all, honey. You can ask now. I recently retired. I retired in May. Yeah, I had a heart attack in October of 24. And I just continued to work and work and work and work. And then my daughter had the baby in June of 24. And I didn't take my heart attack very seriously. Matter of fact, I had it at like 1:36 p.m. on Thursday, and I was back to work Friday morning at 9 a.m. I just didn't take it serious. And I had some more health issues with my heart after that, and they needed a nanny for the baby. And so my daughter said, well, would you be interested in retiring? You can move out to our property. You'll have your own little place out there, and then you can just watch the baby and we'll pay you. And here we are, and now I'm in Hawaii. Okay. So yes, after 30 years of social work, even though I'm young to retire, 30 years in social work is a lot. It's a long time. I don't have a choice now, Shelly. Shit, she makes me. Oh, thank you. You guys, that's so funny. You guys, my voice and my dimples, you guys all say that a lot. So funny. I'm in the middle of a snowstorm. And you keep freezing. Oh my God. I want a snowstorm. It is a tough job, but you guys, listen. Social work is, because I never want to deter people from social work. Social work is an amazing job to do. It truly is. If it's something you like to do, you have to be very empathetic. You have to be quick on your feet. You have to be very, very, very quick-witted. You have to be quick, like a quick problem solver, like quick, right? Because a million things are coming at you, a million different directions. And you have to find the area, right? You have to find the area that you like. Again, social workers are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. People were shocked to find out that I worked at Goodwill for 10 years. That was their connecting dot, that I could not possibly be a social worker because I worked for Goodwill. They assumed it's just a store. Goodwill is so much more than a store. I ran an entire program for youth and young adults who were justice involved. It was an amazing program, amongst other ones. But yeah, so it just depends on what type of work you want to do. Don't get in one that's you have no interest in, because you're going to get burned out really, 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 really fast. I personally loved working in nonprofit because I didn't have as many restraints, meaning if I knew that that was wrong, I got to make that decision that that's not the best place for them. Or that's, you see what I'm saying? It wasn't about children at that time. I wasn't working with young children. Again, I was working with youth and young adults. Where with the state, you have to go through so many people. And in the meantime, you know that these people are just getting hurt worse. It's a long story. It's 10 o'clock. I know my voice is starting to go out. I think, see, Jenny, I think I'm too pathetic. I will want to take all of it. I said that when I started, and that's what would make you the perfect one, the perfect person. I will never forget the first time when I first started working there. At this time, when I first started working for the state, this was our answering service. Good night. For those of you guys who have to leave, we're just jibber jabbering. Good night. I know it's the middle of the night for you guys. Love you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. But we had actual answering machines with the tapes that people would call in and leave messages to. And I had only been working there like 2 weeks, and I was taking the voice messages off. And I got a phone call that somebody was selling their benefits. So the kid was going hungry. And I just remember dropping everything. This was the biggest emergency of my life right now. I was 21, fresh, just started. Realized that was going to be a call I would get 87 times a day. It wasn't that big of a deal, right? And then the first time a police officer, because again, we were sister companies. My building was here. CPS was around the back. And this officer came in and he was holding a child. He's like, I'm here to drop him off. And my natural response was to say, okay, and just reach for him. And he's like, well, I need blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, sorry. Others, no, that's not, that was just my natural response of just give him to me, But you have to have a lot of empathy. But you also have to have no nonsense. I draw a very fine line, between my clients. One of my mottos was, you will hate me now, but trust me, you will love me later. I let them know I put up with absolutely no bullshit. This is how it goes. These are my rules, and this is how it's going to be. And if you can follow those, you can have it made, okay? I will never work harder than you're going to work for yourself. If you put in 10%, I'm giving you 10%. Now we're at 20%. If you put in 50, I'm putting in 50. Now you're at 100%. But if you put in 100% and I put out 100%, now you're at 200%. Can you imagine how much further we can go? But I will never work harder for you than you're going to work for yourself. So it's just about finding ways you have to be able to communicate with the population that you work with. You know what I'm saying? I love my job. I love my clients to this day. I absolutely love the work that I do. But I'm blessed to get to do what I do now as well. But I don't like being questioned on it. Not with the shit that I've been through. I could tell you guys stories all day of shit that my clients have been through. It's been tough. Hey Grams, those are the best rules to have. I'm telling you right now. And they stick. And listen, you have to have those rules though, if you're going to follow them. Because if they give 100% and you only give 50, you didn't follow through, you've instantly lost their trust. And the population I work with already doesn't trust a lot of people, especially nobody of any type of authority, and especially people who who can promise them things and not fulfill, right? They'll see right through the bullshit. And so you have to be willing to do it. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. I was at every graduation, every court appointment, whatever it was. I was there, and the loudest and proudest in the room, or the one to wipe their tears, wipe their little booger nose as they got sent up the road for their time. Whatever it was, I was going to be there. So it's tough not being there now. Darcy's so true. She's like, makes sense how you handle these crazy TikTokers so well. No. Well, in reality, guys, like stuff like this today, now I'll always play into it. If you guys send it to me, especially if you guys have taken the time to send it to me or to comment and defend me, I'm always going to read it, right? Because if not, then I'm not respecting you guys and you guys defending me. But for the most part, I really don't give a crap on what people think. I know what I've done, and I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Again, you guys can call me a pooper scooper. I don't care if that's my new title, a pooper scooper. I still know all of the lives that I've helped change, and I am good with that. You know what I'm saying? The title doesn't make me what I do. Lindsay says, I just joined. Can you do a quick review? Yeah, okay, I'm going to do a quick one, and then I got to get off because I got to get some sleep because we got a busy packed day tomorrow, okay? Hopefully I'll be going live so you guys can see some of the excursion, but this one, I don't know. Okay. So my name is... Just kidding. I got you, girlfriend. Have no fear. So, you know, Memphis was out on bail. I had said... let me see. He was out on bail. He instantaneously broke his bail as soon as he did a video and posted online. Since then, he's been in the house. I'm still curious about the house piece of it. He's not on the lease. Is he supposed to be in the house? Is he going to get a charge for that? I have no idea, but that doesn't matter. Yesterday he posted his court date and his Zoom link, and then today he did not show up for court. Simultaneously, he did not show up for court, and Coco went and revoked his bond, stating, I am no longer going to be responsible for his bond. So whatever it is that he does, it's back. So apparently, because he had an FTA, he did not show up for court. They knocked on the door. He ran out the back door. But he left his GPS monitor on his ankle. And so he's running from the police. He's hopping fences. Helicopters out. Canines right there. They're going over the intercom. Okay, he's now into the black Chevy. Now he's in blah, blah, blah house. He just hopped over this fence, etc., etc. So he's getting charge after charge after charge. K9, allegedly. I don't have verification of it, but I trust lawyer. If lawyer said it's true, to me it's true, okay? Lawyer's word is bond for me. Apparently K9 got him. He got a bite on the leg from the K9, and he is currently back in custody without bond. Now, I will tell you, the thing with no bond is typically when you're arrested, your case is going to say no bond until you see a judge. So he will see a judge tomorrow morning. He will either be held no bond until trial, or he will have a raised bond. You're also going to see, from my belief, now I'm not God or Jesus, ask what's her name, she'll tell you, okay? But he's very likely going to get extra charges added to him as well. Again, destruction, disorderly or running from the police, or resisting arrest. That was what I'm thinking of. Probably burglary, many other things. Failure to appear, violation of his probation. Now, I don't know. Again, I live in Washington. They're in Florida. In Washington, if you commit another crime and you're on probation, that can bump up the seriousness. So, for instance, if you get a new charge, your new charge is a misdemeanor, it could bump it up to a felony. Or if it's a felony, like a Class C felony, it could bump it up to a Class A type thing. I don't know if that's the same in Florida, but that's how it is in Washington. And according to, oh, it's I Can't Handle the Truth. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Even though literally in their own thing, every single thing that I said I don't know what I'm talking about actually happened. So, yes. So I was, okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Emily. So I was under the impression that his sister bonded him out. Now, thank you, Gramps. I'm also on vacation, so I'll be very honest. I have not paid that close attention. But Coco posted today that she bonded him out and that she revoked his bond. So, and I kind of did talk about, and I'll do it in a video because it's getting too late. I'll do it in a video as to why I think she bonded him out. Well, I'll show you really fast. This is my thought process, and I don't know this to be facts at all. This is just my thought process, again, from doing the work and piecing together what they've said. Probably. So, now I don't know if Coco said that his sister bonded him out. I don't know where that came from. Now, this is why I think that she bonded him out. Well, I'm sure there's many reasons. Hey, Hugh. She said the other day that that Memphis said he was going to file for full custody because 2.5 years ago she was Baker acted. So he's, at this point, he can't hurt her because of him, right? Because they're done. He's now using the child basically to hurt her. And she is now, I'm assuming, panic-stricken. I will do anything for my child. I'll be damned. You're not going to do anything to try to get my child from me. Not knowing if 2.5 years ago she was Baker acted and she completed everything that she needed to do and there's not been an issue since, she's fine. But what he's doing right now is not okay. No judge in this world is going to be like, let's give that's a, Coco, Memphis. Let's give the baby to Memphis. Matter of fact, we'll get them a dual cell. Why not? Apparently, that's what You Can't Handle the Truth thinks should happen, is that Memphis just gets custody of the baby. Are you shitting me? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Now, nobody's perfect. Absolutely nobody is perfect in any of these situations. Nobody's perfect, period. Okay? They've all made mistakes. But as of right now, Coco has nothing to worry about Memphis getting custody of that child. Even visitation at this time. Now, she did say that the CPS said that there was nothing that there's nothing that stated that he can't be around the child. True. And I add in, yet. There will be. Eventually, there will be. Don't give them the reason. Don't take the child around him and then give them a reason why to do it, because then guess what happens? They remove the child from you too, right? Because you potentially put the child in harm's way, and then they investigate you to make sure that you're okay. So avoid the entire situation and just don't have the child around him, because he's not in the right frame of mind to be around a baby. And if you do take the child around him, guess what he's going to do? Take the baby and run. Now you're putting the baby in harm's way, and you don't want to do that. So she did the best thing she could do. Now, I will say he's not in jail because she revoked him. That's not why he is in jail. He is in jail because of his own actions, not because she revoked him. Absolutely, failure to protect your right, Kate. It's sad that when he's doing good, he is so good with the baby. Yeah, he just has to be able to do it all the time, and he's completely unstable. All his old charges are gone. Any idea why? Oh, you mean the ones he just got? Because they're going to redo all of them. He's going to get bumped up on everything. That's what I'm here for, love bug. I got you. All you guys have to do is ask. Listen, I love doing this. I love answering these questions. Now, again, different states, different rules, etc. So they're not always going to be 100%. But for the most part, you're going to get a pretty close. I think for the most part, actually, on almost all of the cases so far, I've pretty much hit the nail on the head on everything thus far. Obviously, I make mistakes. Everybody does, because I too. Ask here. I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus either. But he has a lot of mental health issues. What's been happening over the last year? He is very jealous of Coco. Yes, because he was the one that was in the spotlight, right? And his spotlight his spotlight is out. He has no spotlight, and hers has grown, but he has been dimming hers, right? But they can't both have dim lights because they need the money, and she's too bright to dim. Let her shine. Let her shine, and she's going to be doing that. Yeah, he has been manipulating her for years. Knowing heck would I take myself. Hey, Billy. Or my child anywhere around him. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah. The whole situation's crazy and it's just really sad. So anyways, okay, so if you guys have any other questions, put them in my comments or send me a DM. I am on vacation, so I answer in between times or when I need my little breaks. You guys are my break from reality to bring me back down. So, but I will get to them as soon as I can. Oh my gosh, Heather. Yeah, the Instacart order. You missed it. I played it all out. I role played, honey. Okay, I role played. And you talk about perfect timing. The police outside just happened to be going by at the exact time that I role played. And I played out why I thought each and every single one of those items would be used. Because at first I was like, can you imagine being that Instacart driver and you pick up that order and you're like, anti-diarrhea medication. Oh my God, the poor guy. Boogie wipes. Wow, they must have the flu. What the hell? A tongue scraper. Oh my God, maybe it's from them vomiting because what? That Vagisil. What the fuck? What is happening at that house? Like, that just took it to a whole new level. Oh my gosh. Darcy, I will. Do you know what I really want? I had the pineapple yesterday. Hold on, is it in here? Oh my gosh, I can show you. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Now that I told people to leave. Oh, there's still a bunch of you guys in here. I'm going to show you guys the text messages from the lady. I am. From the lady when we were stuck on that goddamn airplane. Oh, the pictures aren't in here from the pineapple. Oh, that pineapple was the best. I never thought I'd spend $28 on a pineapple. Oh, I will do it every day. Now I want one so bad. No, where is it? Dang it. Hold on. Hold on, I said to myself. I want one so bad. No, where is it? Dang it. Hold on. Hold on, I said to myself. Hold on, I said to myself. Hold on. What? Why did it fail? No. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Hold on. Why did it not go through? I may have to do it tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't want to put you on pause again. Or, yeah, I don't want to pause you again. Hold on, let me try one more time. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I don't know what was taken, so let me see here. Hopefully the second one goes through. Wait, why is it not attached? Oh my God. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Get it together. Here's the coconut drink that I had. I want another one immediately. So delicious. Okay. Here's the text messages. For those of you guys, just if you didn't see my videos of my horrible flight, this is them. I said, I'm currently on a flight that has been delayed 12 hours at this point. We have 3 small children and no clue when we can leave or get off this flight. Can Alaska put us in a hotel for the night and or book us on a trip for the next morning? Thanks for contacting us. We'll be issued shortly, blah, blah, blah. Then they come on and says, I said, well, now we've just been told that it's going to be very loud and just to cover our ears. Is this normal practice? I have an infant and it's going to be loud for an extended period of time. Is this normal? She says, hi, this is Rebecca in Boise Reservations. May I have your first and last name and confirmation code? I give it to her. She says, hello, what is the Alaska confirmation code? I give it to her. She responds back, an Alaskan confirmation code. I give it to her. She says, Alaska confirmations are 6 letters. I gave her 6 letters. She says, do you have a ticket number? I give it to her again. And it said, it says, this is the confirmation code. She says, well, that is not an Alaska confirmation code. No, a picture, because 4 is not a letter. Because I asked her, do you want me to send a picture? Because it was a 6-digit thing, and 4 was 1. So she is smart back. Because I gave it to her and I said, do you want me to send you a picture? She was like, that is not Alaska confirmation code. No picture, because 4 is not a letter. And it says, where are you flying to and from? Seattle to Hawaii. I said, it's Hawaiian Airlines, but they said this is through Alaska. She's like, are you supposed to leave today? I said, yes, at 9:30 a.m. Ma'am, I'm on the airplane. I said, it was delayed till 5:45. It's now 7:21. We're still here. She's like, I'm not finding any reservations for you. I said, there are 11 of us on this flight. Do you want their names? I said, the flight number is blah, 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 blah. Do you want all of the names? She's like, give me another name. I list all the names. She's like, I'm not finding a reservation. Have you spoken to the gate agent? I said, ma'am, we are on the flight. We can't get off of the plane. IDK how you are unable to find all of us that are on this plane. And now we don't have an option. They said, well, the engine looks okay. We're going to try again and just give it a go. WTF. Is this what Alaska does? I'm so confused right now. She says, I'm not finding a reservation. If you are on the flight, you cannot. Oh, hello, Chris. Thank you very much. She's like, if you're on the flight, you cannot get off of the plane. Right here. Sorry, right here. You cannot get off of the plane. I said, yeah, I realize that. The flight is on the ground. We've been here been on the plane for well over 1 hour. The engine may or may not be good, and I have no option to exit the plane? Yeah, thanks for your assistance. She says, ma'am, it is against FAA regulations to get off the plane unless the flight attendants can do it. I am in Boise, Idaho, so there is nothing I can do. Thanks for choosing Alaska, Rebecca. Chat ended. This bitch. I am in Boise, Idaho. I don't know what you want me to do. This chat has ended. Every single time I read it, I get more pissed off. Blows my mind. Yeah. So Emily said, Wusa, be calm, drink another pineapple, and you'll be okay. And we'll handle it after you get back home. I'm terrified of the flight home. I've never dealt with it. I fly a lot. I've never dealt with that. Oh yes, Taylor, I will be. Have you guys ever dealt with anything like this? Like, I don't know which part is the worst part. Like the fact that we didn't have an option, the fact that we were 12 hours late, the fact that a 5.5 hour flight ended up being 19 hours, or the fact that she literally said, I'm in Boise. I don't know what you want me to do, but it's off regulations for you to get off. I'm in Boise. What do you want me to do? The chat has ended. Right? But that was what I was thinking too. It's the I'm in Boise. Well, if you're in Boise, then what are you doing for your job for? I'm not expecting you to fly out here. I said, can you guys put us up in a hotel for the night, or even let us off the plane? We're good. We could pay for a hotel for the night, and book us change our flight for tomorrow. Again, we had been at the airport since 7 a.m. And it was my granddaughter's birthday. Her 8th birthday was spent in the airport, Alaska. Which is why I always fly Delta. Delta would never. The fact that they say we are just going to listen, that's what, and it wasn't even just give it a go. It was like, it was the tone. I wish I was recording, because it was the tone in which he said it. He's like, well, maintenance just looked at the plane and, well, they don't see anything wrong, so they're going to go ahead and reattach a piece. And we're going to try one more time and see how it goes. Try one more time? Why? Because there's not going to be enough time for a second time? See how it goes. Well, it's either going to go up or down, bitch. What do you mean? We don't have many options. What do you mean? A mess. A mess, y'all. Anyways, oh hell no. Dude, Jenna, that's what was making me think I was crazy. Everybody else seemed so calm besides me and my kid. I'm looking around like, everyone else cool. But this is part of the reason why I think everyone else was cool. When my daughter got the thing that said that the flight was delayed until, again, we got this at like 6 something in the morning, that our flight was delayed until 5:35 p.m. Now, great, had we been able to show up at like 3:30, I probably wouldn't have been as pissed too. I would have been a little irritated, and I probably still would have been pissed, but nonetheless. But it said, you have to be there at your original check-in time, or you are not guaranteed a seat on the flight. So we show up at 7 a.m. like we're supposed to. But only one other family did. Everyone else was like, fuck it. We just ain't going to do it. I don't know. Maybe that's why we got free flights. I don't know. But they gave us free, not a refund. We didn't get a refund, but we did get free tickets for another flight. Who wants to fly on that plane again? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to do that? So anyways, once we got up in the air, but my ears were clogged. It literally just, you guys, the best way I can describe it is it sounded like if you guys ever drove a stick shift and your clutch goes out and the gears grind, or if you're like, you have your clutch not all the way pushed in or pulled out, your gears grinding, that's what it sounded like. Yeah, and I believe that they do have to fully refund you if your flight is delayed that long, over a certain amount of time. Like, refund you, not just give you free tickets. So, Crazy. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go to bed. I am absolutely exhausted. That's what I thought. It has to be compensation. Wait. Oh, no. Well, I guess compensation technically. God damn, my son's loud. I guess compensation technically can be. Stop it. Can be a free ticket. I don't know. So, yeah, under 3 hours. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you so much. Have a good night. Bye, guys.